Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Redayans and now I want to tell you about consecutive interpreting. Consecutive interpreting is a type of interpreting in which interpreter waits for the speaker to make a pause in their speech and interpreter what has been said and then listen to the speaker and wait for them to make a pause again to interpret. The frequency of pauses varies greatly, but pauses are usually made after completing a few sentences. If the speaker is talking for a longer period of time, interpreter usually makes notes in order to render an accurate translation. And this is the step of how to use consecutive interpreting. 1. Jot down words that are easy to understand in order to jog your memory when you have to render the speech. 2. Avoid using loose page or you will end up with disorganized sets of paper. 3. Write only on one side of the page. Instead, use notepads. After that, jot down readable notes so that when you are stressed about rendering the speech, you won't waste time searching for the ideas. And then during rendition, always maintain eye contact with the audience. The next is use a large letter size that can easily be read for afar. The next, use exciting symbol and never invent a symbol during the speech that is not easily recognizable. And the last is change the structure of the notes using your good judgment, always respecting the question of the speech and the speaker's intention. And now I want to give example about consecutive interpreting.
Every cell in your body is a tiny factory, constantly making proteins. Your genetic code, or DNA, directs every activity. Protein-making machinery in the cell reads the cell's own DNA and makes sure the cell proteins go where they're needed. Viruses have their own genetic code, but they don't have the machinery to copy their DNA. So viruses need your cell's machinery to reproduce themselves. A virus starts this process by using the keys on its surface to gain entry. Like a Trojan horse, it enters the cell. The virus releases its own DNA into the unsuspecting cell and hijacks the protein-making machinery. Now, this vital cell function becomes an assembly line for new virus particles. No longer in service to your body, the cell now serves the virus, manufacturing thousands of new virus particles, which are released to enslave more cells. Thousands and thousands more.
And this is the result of my translation. Do you see that? Yeah. The translation is: setiap sel di dalam tubuh Anda mempunyai tempat kecil yang harus mempunyai protein kode genetik atau DNA yang mengatur saat beraktivitas. Protein membuat mesin di dalam sel, dan sel itu membaca DNA-nya sendiri, lalu memastikan bahwa protein itu pergi ke tempat yang mereka butuhkan. Virus memiliki kode genetik, namun mereka tidak memiliki mesin untuk menyalin DNA mereka sendiri. Anda untuk sehingga virus tersebut butuh sel Anda untuk memproduksi diri mereka sendiri. Virus memulai proses ini dengan menggunakan kunci-kunci di atasnya yang berbentuk kuda Trojan untuk memasuki sel tubuh Anda. Virus-virus itu melepaskan DNA sendiri ke dalam sel dan membajak protein untuk membuat mesin mereka sendiri. Nah, sekarang fungsi sel Anda menjadi jalur perakitan untuk partikel baru. Tidak lagi melayani tubuh Anda, selnya akan melayani virus yang baru, yang bebas untuk bereproduksi secara beribu-ribu. And that's all for me, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.